And welcome back to my channel. We are going to be reacting to Classically Abby's How to Celebrate July 4th Like a Real American. Keep in mind that as of the time she recorded this video, parents in Uvalde discovered that their kids had been shot and killed in school by a young gunman. Keep that in mind. Trigger warning.
Hello, Classic Crew, and welcome to today's video, where we're going to be talking about 5 ways to be a real American this July 4th. If you are new to my channel, here we talk about classic living and traditional values, and I would love if you would consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell. And if you haven't already subscribed to my Substack newsletter, you will get access to a ton of exclusive content, including my book club, my exclusive weekly articles, and my podcast. So in today's video, I want to talk about how you can celebrate this July 4th as a real American. So what do I mean when I say a real American? Well, many of my subscribers are American citizens, but being an American citizen doesn't actually mean that you are a true American in the sense that you love this country and you appreciate what it stands for. Many Americans nowadays, also known as leftists, want to tear down this country, and they think that...
Correction. Those leftists see that this country has big problems that have been problems for a long, long time and see the need to correct them, abolish them, change them to make this country even better so that we can be proud of it.
That is patriotic. They think that patriotism means tearing down the basis that this country is built on, which is what makes it so amazing.
Was this country not built on life, liberty, pursuit of happiness? And for years, we have wrongfully denied certain groups those rights. And we wish to change that now. What's wrong with that?
The foundations of America are what make it such a beautiful and wonderful country. So today I want to talk about 5 ways that you can celebrate on July 4th as a real American. So let's get into it. The first way to be a real American is to stop apologizing for this country. What this country stands for and the foundations on which it was built are incredible things. We live in a country that was built on freedom and liberty. And even though there are things in our past that we're not proud of, we can say that this country and what it was trying to accomplish, we are proud of. So I think it's really important that we stop apologizing for America. America is not a bad place to live. It's not a bad country. It's an incredible place to live. It's an incredible country. And I'm done apologizing for it. If you think that loving your country, being patriotic for your country, means that you're ignoring any of the problems it might have had, then you're wrong. You can love something and say, I'm really proud to be an American, without constantly having to sit there and apologize for the problems that it has had and that it currently has. The fact that we are constantly having to apologize alongside being proud of something is ridiculous. Number 2 is go shooting. Celebrate the Second Amendment. We are very blessed to live in a country that arms its citizens. The fact that we are able to have that Second Amendment, to own guns, so that the government isn't the only one with those weapons, is an amazing thing. If you want to hear more about this, actually, I would recommend checking out JP Sears' channel. He recently did a video where he apologized for previously being in favor of gun control and now being pro-gun. And I think he really describes why it's so important that we, as citizens, have access to weapons. But also, outside...
But you do have to admit that allowing an 18-year-old, people that are way too young to be responsible with weapons, go up and shoot up a school full of kids is a little something that shouldn't happen. Columbine, Newtown, Sandy Hook. Don't we need a bit of gun control? I'm not advocating completely getting rid of the right to bear arms. But as you see, that right can be abused, and it is. And parents are tired of it.
Of the really practical reasons why we should have guns, why citizens need to be armed, which again, check out his video on that. I'll link it in the description box below. It's really, really good. Shooting is a sport. Shooting is fun. It's something that you can do as a family. You can go to the shooting range and learn how to shoot well. It's also a really important thing for self-defense. As a woman, I think it's a really important way for me to defend myself, given that
Wait a minute. Abby is a big proponent of being against gender feminism, which states that men are born as oppressors and women as victims. So she is just saying that she as a woman needs a gun, because if she were to encounter a man that had the intent to hurt her, she would be weaker. Abby, didn't you just say women should never think of themselves as victims or even potential victims? Did you not say that? I'm asking, did you not? Did you or did you not?
will never be as strong as a man. So having access to a gun is something that allows me to protect myself. So as a real American, we should celebrate our Second Amendment. We should understand why it's so important that American citizens can own guns and own them responsibly, instead of ignoring.
Own them responsibly. Yet we have too many that do not own responsibly, and they need to be regulated. Guns don't need to be done away with, but as we can see, our current system is leading to the deaths of innocent children.
How important this amendment is. Number 3 is post one of your beliefs on Twitter. Now, I think it's really important to celebrate that we have the First Amendment in this country, free speech, and I think that so many of us still feel afraid to voice our opinions because our friends, our coworkers may not agree with us. So I can understand why you may not want to share publicly what you believe. But if there is something that you believe and that you think you should share, do it. Today is the day. Real Americans embrace free speech, and not only do they embrace free speech, but they embrace free speech for the people they disagree with. And that, I think, is the biggest difference.
Abby, you seem to not like leftists' right to express their free speech. Aren't we being a little hypocritical there?
Americans know that we all have the right to free speech. It's not just the people who I agree with. So, write something that you believe and maybe hop over and see what other people are saying. And thank God that you live in a country where people can disagree with each other freely and openly. I just popped down the exposure. I didn't realize the lighting in this room has changed a bit throughout the day. So now the picture looks a little bit better. But number 4 is gather in prayer with your family. Real Americans love that we have freedom of religion in this country. So gather with your family, say a prayer before you eat your July 4th barbecue, and thank God that you live in a country that has so many different people with so many different religious beliefs. Recently, Jacob and I had a get-together in our backyard with our friends. We had Catholics, we had Protestants, we had Jews, and that is the beauty of this country. Last but not least, to celebrate as a real American this July 4th, sing some patriotic songs. American songs are the greatest, and
Okay, so everything that she says isn't all bad, except the fact that she implies that conservatives are the only real Americans, and we know that is not true. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think.